Only my parents were worried that I would be driving alone, rightfully so since I predictably ran out of gas. It was my first time going through the mountains of Virginia, which was a shame because by the time I left the work convention to return home, the sun was already setting. I flipped on the headlights of the rental car, set the cruise control to 75, kicked off my heels, and checked my gas tank. Full. Good. It was time to relax and let my mind wander about anything that would help me stay awake until I made it back to Kentucky. As the mountains became silhouettes, I noticed that the highway had little traffic and few gas stations that became more spaced apart as the valley sides grew steeper. I would pass a semi truck here and there. They had to go slower because of the steep grade and the curves. Up and down, rounding the bends. I was otherwise alone until another car appeared in my rearview mirror. It came in closer, started to pass me in the other lane. I looked over when it was even with my door, only to see darkly tinted windows. Then the sedan slowed down and got behind me. Gas, quarter of a tank. Okay. I should call my parents to let them know where I am, except where am I? No road signs, no city markers. The car stayed close to my bumper. It flashed its brights and I adjusted my mirror as a headache set in. The car pulsed behind me, getting closer and then backing off, then getting closer again as my gas meter continued to drop toward and then past the E. I grabbed my phone. No signal. I was alone. The sputtering was an unexpected jolt to my already worked up nerves. It was a downhill slope, and so I coasted along the emergency lane, the sedan still following until I came to a stop. Thank God there was finally an open gas station and within sprinting distance. My heartbeat was so strong. Surely it echoed through the mountains as I crammed my feet back into my heels and got out of the car. I looked back at the sedan. The driver pulled up behind me as I started walking toward the heavenly 7-Eleven. I looked back again, though I didn't need to. Of course it was still there, crunching the gravel and glass. I began to run, and it continued to trail me. How many people were in it? Were they going to run me over, kidnap me, throw me over the edge of the railing? I had to get to the gas station for help. Only overbearing semi-trucks were in the lot, and I felt genuinely aware of my gender in such a male-dominated and secluded area. Running past the empty pumps, I grabbed the door and ran inside as the car pulled into a parking spot. Out of breath, I slammed my hands onto the counter. "Help me," I said to the cashier. He slowly blinked, spit his tobacco into a can, and said, "Can I help you?" "Somebody's after me," I said. "He's been following me for miles." "Is that who was following you?" The cashier, whose name tag said Junior, nodded toward the door as it opened. An older lady stood there, staring at us, smiling. "Dear," she said as she shuffled over to me, "I've been trying to get your attention. Your brake light is out, and they'll give you a ticket for that." My eyes narrowed in confusion as I tried to make sense of it. In nervous relief, I laughed and ran my fingers through my hair. "I guess I should thank you," I said. "Never mind. It's not good to be traveling by yourself through these mountains at night, is it, Junior?" Junior nodded. "Did you run out of gas?" he asked. "They always run out of gas." "You just come with me," she said, taking my elbow. I gratefully followed her out to the car. But when I got in the front seat, a hand reached out from the back and closed over my mouth. Then everything went black.